Castlevania Dominus collection just dropped today by Konami. First of all, a big thank you to Konami for putting this collection together. It's awesome. Now, the three main games that are part of this collection are Nintendo DS games. So I was really interested in kind of seeing how Switch would handle a dual screen game for the Nintendo Switch. All right, so here's how they did it. So by default, you have the main screen on the left-hand side, and then you have your subscreen or your other subscreen over to the right. Now on my TV, it looks a little, almost like too big, but that just could be the size of my TV. But I'm gonna tell you right now, in handheld mode, it's awesome. Now here, I press start. I'm going through some of the different layouts. So you can, in real time, pause the game, go into the settings, and change the layout of your main screen and your subscreen. And so number one, I like the fact that you don't have to exit the game and then relaunch the whole game. You can do it on the spot. So here I am kind of playing around with the different settings. These are classic DS view that I really liked. So the only problem is in handheld mode, it's a little too small. I really wish they would have given us the ability to rotate 90 degrees and really enjoy like an old school DS game. That would have been the cherry on top, but I'm happy with what we got. And I think the default view that they chose for the game is probably the best while you're in handheld mode. On TV mode, you can imagine they all look really great. All right, now I went ahead and I quickly played all three games, and you can imagine all three games play and feel like the old school DS games. I think the controls are responsive. There's absolutely like no glitches that I ran into so far. It's a great port. They did a really good job on bringing these games over. Now, in addition to the awesome games, they also are including a media player or a music player where you can listen to the tracks of every game. So that's always nice when collections actually do that. They kind of give the true fans like a different listening experience. So big plus to that. Now, in addition to that game, you're also getting Haunted Castle. So this is a 1988 arcade game of Castlevania. Now, back in the day, you can imagine in '88, the graphics were just stellar, right? Compare this to the 8-bit games that we had on home console. So you get this game. Now, you know what's weird is, so I'm playing the game, and I'm like, I know I have this game on my Switch already. Where is it? So I booted up every single Castlevania collection that has come out, and I couldn't find it, right? And I'm like, I know I'm not going crazy. Where have I seen this, right? And I just could not stop. So I'm like checking like every single game that I have. I'm looking at like my Pixel games, and I finally found it. Boom, here it is. So it's found under the Anniversary Collection of Arcade Classics. So it's a list of Konami arcade games, and this is where you can play Haunted Castle. But I'm telling you, I was going crazy. I'm like, I know I've seen this somewhere. Where is it? Am I just getting old, right? So there's the answer. Fun fact for the day. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, this game is already worth it. Buy the collection. You're going to love it. I think they've done a great job. But there's one more surprise that really made me happy. Let's go. Here it is. So it's Haunted Castle Revisited, right? I've never heard of this game. I'm like, what is this? So I decided to boot it up, right? Here it is. Look at the bottom of this title screen, 2024. So this is a brand new Castlevania game. So they're calling it a revisit, but they literally took the old Haunted Castle game, gave it updated graphics, kind of like redrew all the pixels, and also redid some of the programming on the game. Man, let me tell you, this game is excellent. Just the sound effects, the hand-drawn pixels, or however they drew these, the game feels really good. Listen, I kind of hate to say this, but I think this is the best game on this collection. This game feels so good. It just kind of made me think a little bit, right? I'm like, wow, this is Konami making a modern 2024 version of a Castlevania game, 16-bit style, right? Or 32, whatever this is. And it's freaking awesome. This has now become probably one of my top 2 or top 3 Castlevania games. It just feels that good. If you compare this to the original Haunted Castle, I mean, it's just like, it's just day and night. And this thing just feels great. It's balanced. I mean, what a great, fantastic game. Now, Konami didn't have to spoil us like that. I would have paid $20 for this game, you know, had I known it was this good, but I'm just super floored. So, to answer the question I always ask in all my videos, should you buy this game? 100% yes. If you're any sort of Castlevania fan or you like action platformers, this is a collection to pick up, especially for this alone. My goodness, I just did not see that coming. Super floored. Yeah, really, really happy. Now, this is off topic, but I didn't want to make another video. But just so you guys know, they released a Dead by Daylight Castlevania DLC today. So you can purchase this character. So for those of you who haven't played Dead by Daylight, it's a 4 versus 1 horror game where you kind of go around, like someone plays the villain and the other people play the 4 protagonists, and you have to escape. Look at that. How cool is that? I did not see that coming. This whole thing was just like a huge surprise for today. But for those of you that are fans of Dead by Daylight, check out the DLC. $8. I think it's worth it. So, FYI. Now, with that being said, I'm going to let you enjoy some gameplay. This video is already super long. I'm trying to keep it short. I will catch you on the next video. Later.